Hello! Hello, are we live? Oh my god, I think we're back. I'm live! Oh shit, the camera's shaking. Welcome back, ladies and gents. My name is Deeps. Your number one failed paranormal detective streamer. And today, holy shit, I am back to build a gunpla. It's been a while. I haven't streamed for like, what? A month? Almost. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have happened to me since we last streamed. I got busy at work. Okay, excuses time. I got busy at work, like real hectic. And then literally last week, this is not a lie. Last week, I literally wanted to stream, but Monday morning I got to work, and my boss essentially told me, "Hey, Deeps, can you like help out with packaging this morning?" And I'm like, "Sure, boss, whatever. Internet's down, doesn't matter." Holy fucking shit. 10 minutes later, literally like maybe 15 minutes later, my boss went and said, "Hey, Deeps, I need a big favor from you, Deeps. I need a huge favor from you, Deeps." And I'm like, "Oh, sure, boss, whatever, boss." Because I'm not about to lose my job, right? Whatever the boss says, I do. He was like, "Hey, Deeps, can you fly to Europe to deliver a package?" Can you go to Europe to deliver a package, Deeps? And I was like, "You know what, boss? I got my passport. I live like 10 minutes away from the office. Fuck it. Let's do it, papi. Let's go." So I was in Europe last week. Was it last week? I don't know. I was in Europe for for some time, and then I had to rest. I had to recuperate. You know how it is. But now I'm back, and we're building Lightning Buster Gundam. And don't worry, tomorrow we will finish Dispatch tomorrow, and we'll continue Pokemon. I really do apologize that I haven't been streaming for some time. I was just in Europe last week. Could you actually believe that? Me dog. Fuck me. It was just last week. I'm already so tired. I'm already tired just thinking about it. But yeah, we won't finish the build today, of course. You know how it is. But I'm good. I'm glad to be back, you know. Honestly, work's been kicking my ass a lot. Like, okay, not the worst, but like, you know, I couldn't really say no. You know what I mean? Okay, here's the thing. I do my job very well at work. But there's not a lot for me to do at this moment. Because like the business is still growing, whatever, shamalama ding dong, however you want to say it, right? So I do my job very well, but there's not a lot for me to do. So whenever like anybody asks me to do something, in a desperate attempt to make sure that I look useful and not lose my job at work, always say yes. I always do it. They're like, "Can you put stickers in boxes?" Yes, sir. "Can you buy like some glass vases so that we can do a client demonstration?" Yes, sir. Whatever you want, I'm there. 10 toes down. I'm there. I just didn't realize it would be like, "Hey, can you go to Europe to deliver a package?" Yeah. So, but I'm back. How you guys been? Over at the YouTube side, Mr. Hero, Mr. Solo, and over the Twitch side, I see you, Fruit. Thank you for dropping by, as always. My long absence. But you know, we are Lightning Buster. This was purchased in the Philippines, but make no mistake, I'm still in Texas, baby. You know what's the worst part? So, when I was in Europe, right, we had to alert the European team that I'm coming, and then I literally rocked up with like 2 large suitcases to our European office, and I was like, "Where the fuck is the entrance?" And then so they were like, "Oh, can you go to the back entrance, like the gate?" The music's loud. Hold on. Fucking Don Tolliver. Hold on. Don Tolliver's too loud. What about now? Sorry. I pull up. Sorry, Don Tolliver. You're too loud apparently. Better now? Okay. Okay, so I rocked up to the European office, and they're like, "Can you go to the back entrance?" Because like they were remodeling or something. I was like bringing these two large ass luggages, and then like I rocked. I was just like waiting there in drizzling rain, and the and then the gates opened, and then this Russian lady showed up, and it's like, "You're Deeps, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, come inside." I was like, "Okay." Fuck my life. Oh, oh my god. She was very nice. She was very nice. She's very sweet. It's like, "Are you Deeps?" "Yeah, yeah, I am." "All right, come inside." And then like my, oh, can I just say something? I don't know if anybody here in chat is European. Europeans smoke a lot, huh? Like, oh, like every hour they smoke. Like, my god, bro. Is it, have I just lived in America for too long that like smoking isn't that common? For me at least. I mean, people vape to hell, but man, the Europeans smoke like a motherfucker. How many runners do you have to deal with today? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Okay, we're not gonna finish everything, by the way. We're not. We're gonna. I'm here to, air quotes, save some money. So we're not gonna finish everything, but it's looking okay. Sticker sheet's pretty small. Yeah, man. I was in I was actually in Germany. Okay. Not to dox myself so much, but knowing where I was is important. And because, man, food in Germany is expensive as hell. Like I had a per diem and then like basically a budget for food, which was like $60. But dog, that's not enough. I'm just saying, like $60 is not enough. Like if you're eating like at a restaurant and shit, like it's not enough. Like it's like minimum what, 30 when you sit down. Also, my my manager and like I guess like the people I work with, but I'm like I'm kind of like goon level. I was like goon level, like, you know, entry level job, Joe Schmo, goon level, right? And everyone I hung out with was like higher level than me. So like that's why I was like, I can't really call them my manager, but yeah, my superiors, right? They were like, "Oh yeah, Deeps, let's take you out, you know, Deeps, why don't we take you out? Why don't we take you out to drink, right?" One night they took me out to drink. We're just having beers, and they were like, "Oh yeah." They took me to this, like, it was like a state fair, you know, where like they have like all these like fun rides, like glizzies, and oh, let me show you. Maybe I can show you guys like picture of a glizzy. Like they had a mega glizzy, bro. They legit had like a mega glizzy. Hold on. Where's that mega glizzy? Here it is. Like we got a mega glizzy, dog. Like that's that. It was. I don't know if it's a foot long. I think they're like a meter long or something. Whatever. So we got like a mega glizzy at like this fair, and look at this like fake ass Mickey Mouse, Wilde Mouse. Yeah. But I was in Germany, and they took me to that fair, and we were like, "Okay, yeah. Do you guys want to go for drinks after like the fair and whatever?" You know, from family friendly to like more adult themed entertainment. I didn't realize how adult themed the entertainment was gonna be. They were like, "Oh yeah, Deeps, we're gonna take you to this place, the red light district," and I thought they were joking. You know what I mean? Because it was my second night there, and I was like clocked the fuck out, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna take you to like the red light district," and I was like, "Why?" And it's like, "Oh, that's where the bars are." I thought they were joking. But as me and my manager were walking and talking, and like my other superiors were behind us, I was like, "Hold up. Is that a sex bar?" I literally looked to my right, and there were like posters with just like exposed titties, and then it's like we just keep walking, and it's like, wait a minute, that looks like a house of pleasure. And then, and then they were like, oh yeah, this street here. I still didn't really take them seriously when they were describing it, because I thought they were just joking, even though there was evidence where we were. And they're like, oh yeah, this street is where the 304 hang out, and then like there's this other street that's like closed off to the public and women can't go into because that's where the proper red light district is. Everything around that is like red light. Easy mode apparently. Everything in the more like cordoned off section is the more intense place. So like outside of the sectioned off area is where the bars were, but it's also where the more like the other red light areas are. And then when we were like looking for bars, it was like a Wednesday, so it was like empty as shit. And then we were just like walking around, hopping from one bar to the next, trying to find a good place to like hang. I would just see 304 in the streets, and I'm like, damn, where the fuck am I? Shout out to the 304. And then, oh man, and then the weirdest part about it was, it was pretty chill. I think that was the weirdest part about it. It was pretty chill. It wasn't like, it was just like, yeah, that's where the horror houses are. That's where it is. It's very different from like America. You know what I mean? Like we don't have a cordoned off section where the fun places are just posted up. But yeah, it was fun. And then as I got an Uber, so after a night of drinks, we were like, all right, let's get the fuck home. I Ubered home. Home to like the hotel, and then as I was in the Uber, I just see like strip clubs galore. Like literally just like like the neon signs. It was like Gotham City, dog. I was like, damn, where the fuck am I? But yeah, since I was in Germany too, I had like schnitzel, of course, and they had a pretty good like hamburger. Let me see. I have a picture of a burger here for y'all. Give me a second. Here's a burger for y'all. Here's a burger. And then let me see if I can. I also had some schnitzel. I had 2 schnitzels, but I'll show you the better schnitzel. This one's a killer schnitzel, dog. Like they kill it, like the Germans. It's a good amount of food. It's pricey, but it's a good amount of food. But yeah, that was my last 3 weeks since I last streamed. My god, dude, like it's been hectic as hell, but I'm glad to be back here streaming. I'm trying to think like what else I did, because oh, you know what, okay, I realized I'm really not as young as I used to be. Like legit. Like I'm legitimately not as young as I used to be, because back when I was a kid, I could like sleep on a plane. And I've probably complained about this or like described this situation before in like a previous stream when I traveled to the Philippines. But dude, it was like a 10-12 hour trip to Germany from like Texas, right? And holy shit, I was awake the whole time. The trip going and the trip coming from Germany. It was just, I couldn't sleep. Every time I like to close my eyes, my body just resisted. Maybe it was also because I was at the back of the plane, aisle row. Because obviously it was like an emergency trip, right? It was an emergency trip, so we had to book like the most reasonable tickets. So I didn't get like premium economy. I didn't get premium economy. I got like piss poor brokey economy, broke motherfucker economy. And so I didn't get the deluxe shit. I get some miles though, luckily. Yeah, we care about our miles here. But yeah, I just couldn't sleep, and I rode 3 different like airliners this trip. So Lufthansa, um, British Airways. Actually, no, it's 2. Technically 3 because it was United, American Airways operated by British Airways, but basically just 2 airlines: British Airways and Lufthansa. I gotta say, British Airways, the food is pretty good. The food was pretty good. I don't know where that tangent just came from, but yeah, the food in British Airways was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. I am not gonna front. Like, it was actually pretty decent. Like, I actually liked it. Don't let anybody tell you differently. The service was pretty decent too. Oh, what was funny is, it's funny for me. So one of my flights with like British Airways, I don't know what was going on, but like this, the fucking airplane just went through like 15 minutes of turbulence to where I was like coming out of my seat. And then the flight attendant, who was like right behind me because I was at the back of the plane, one of the flight attendants made like a side comment of like, why the fuck is the pilot making evasive maneuvers? And I couldn't help but laugh the whole time. Because honestly though, I've never rode a plane where I literally almost like jumped out of my seat. And okay, granted, I usually have the seatbelt loose, but who doesn't have the seatbelt loose? You know? But I think I'm okay. You know, I'd love to go back to Germany, on better circumstances. You know, less less last minute. Also, another sign of me getting old, I got jet lagged. Legit, dude, I got jet lagged. Like, it wasn't funny. It's not. Oh wait, hold on. New tools. I got new tools for us, by the way, for the stream. So there's 2 different steady pliers. So you know how I was always complaining about not having like the angled tweezers, pliers, whatever. Now we have them. If I still suck at applying stickers with the angled tweezers, it's user error. But you know what? We can blame our tools. Did I say we were sanding? Let's sand. Fuck it. But anyways, how are you guys doing? You know, I'm literally yapped 15 minutes straight, right? Nothing of value was said. Actually, no. A lot of things were said. A lot of things of value were said. I showed you a burger, right? I showed you a schnitzel. I showed you guys a glizzy. Showed you my glizzy. Respond. I will say though that the quality of bread in Europe is way better than in America. Like, it's like the quality of bread in like the Philippines or in Asia in general in Asia is like pretty low, and then after that would be America, next tier up, and then Europe's pretty good. Like the bread on that glizzy was like semi baguette. Like, it was soft in the center, but it had a bit of crunch on the outside. I sound like an ignorant American, but I am. No, but it's like I don't know, it's one of those things that you don't appreciate until you're there. I really did enjoy. I enjoyed the trip as much as I can, but man, I really wish like it was a trip that was planned, because I would have been able to like figure out where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, and then like my manager and I could have actually figured out like what we could do for work and discuss business. Oh, you know what? Another thing. Not to criticize, but I find that like Americans work a lot compared to the Europeans. Like my European colleagues work, but when I compare them to my American colleagues are like locked in. Like, they're like true wage slave, locked in. The Europeans like to take coffee breaks, smoke breaks a lot. Like, especially like they take a lot of breaks. They take their time for lunch. They're not rushing. Meanwhile, the Americans are like, "Oh, bro, we gotta make money." Like they're very chill, over there in Germany. I don't know. Like I literally finish my work like before lunch, and I'm just sitting around. Meanwhile, some of my coworkers haven't even like gotten halfway through their job or like through their tasks, and I'm like, bro, we could be done. You know, we could be done. But that's just it. Here's the thing though: is it efficient work? It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of locking in. But is the work done by us Americans necessarily good work? I don't know. Is it really efficient? I don't know. But all I know is I'm locked in, bro. When it comes to what is it? Shareholder value, increasing shareholder value. I'm in. I'm there. True wage slave. All right, there. Ooh, look at my knee. The average Japanese. I don't know. That's the other thing. See, like if we're talking about real wage slave, we gotta hand it to our brothers and sisters over in Japan. I think they're insane. Cause like, okay, here's another thing, just to like depict like how many breaks they take. My manager takes like 2 smoke breaks an hour, I think. Dog, and those smoke breaks can be like 15 minutes. Like, okay, maybe not 2 an hour, but like maybe 1.5 smoke breaks an hour. That's a lot of smoke breaks, Like I literally was like in the office in our European office. I was like, where the fuck's my manager? I gotta ask him something. And they're like, oh, he's taking a smoke break. He just took one an hour ago. Like, bro, I have a question. we have a client concern. Motherfucker. And then like, okay, here's the nice thing though. Because last week was like Easter week, right? Or weekend. In Europe, dog, they get Friday off and Monday off. So they get the Friday before Easter Sunday off and the Monday during after Easter. Like, holy shit. Like, so I was there last week, basically until Monday to Saturday. And oh my god, dude, I asked my manager, like, boss, so I'm technically an American employee because my manager's European. I'm the only American employee in our team, by the way. So I'm the only American-based employee in my team. So I asked my manager, like, hey, boss, so I'm technically an American employee, but I'm in Europe. Do you want me to still follow like the American schedule? I can come into the office on Friday. And he was like, nah, we're gonna hang out on Friday. And I was like, what? Okay. So because we had another intern who wasn't from the city that we were in, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna show you and our new intern around. And then I got to meet my manager's son and his girlfriend and his son's girlfriend from, oh my god, where was his girlfriend from? Shit, hold on. I think she was like from Kyrgyzstan or something. I'm not even joking. It was one of those countries. And I was like, this is so weird. I'm meeting my manager's like teenage son in like Germany, and I'm drinking a beer at 11 a.m. There's something about like, I don't know, it's so weird. We were like, they're very chill. They're very, very chill. And then we don't I mean, okay, some American offices do this, especially the more like startup-y offices or companies, but in Germany, when it's like 5 p.m., they drink beer in the office. At least for my company, like they have like cans or like bottles of beer, and I'm just like, dog, we don't do this back in the U.S. We don't do this in the U.S. HQ. What's happening? It's It's I got culture shocked, I guess. I guess I got culture shocked. But you know what I did appreciate there in Germany? Walking. The walkable cities. I appreciated that a lot. Okay, I had to like walk 30 minutes from the hotel to the office, but I appreciated it nonetheless. There's something nice about walking to work. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, you could bike. That's fair. But I like the walking. I really do. Oh, also, they have like public transport, right? And I don't know if Germany is considered like a trust-based society, but you can actually ride the bus and the train without paying. Like I've been to the UK and I've been to Singapore, and in every entrance and exit of the bus or the trains or the metros, you have to pay. Like there has to be like a mode of payment that you present to like an automated machine or whatever. There in Germany, or at least in the city that I was in, not at all. Like you could literally just walk in the bus, and then the bus driver will just assume you bought a ticket. So I was just like, wow, that's real nice, very trusting. 3 a.m. crackhead encounter. No, I was not informed that there was a situation of such. Night shift at a train stop. That sounds like the beginning of a horror story, dog. I mean, it probably is. I mean, you literally opened up the conversation with, "Did I ever tell you about my 3 a.m. crackhead encounter?" I will say though, like this is a side comment. I will say though that sometimes like crackhead encounters are very funny, and they can be very fun, but they can also be very dangerous. But they could also be very fun. One of the two. One of the two. It's never in between. It's either or. Okay, wait, hold on. I realized what I had a tangent. I had a tangent about me eating in Europe. Okay, so when I was in when I was visiting family in Canada, the in-laws of my aunt, who were Canadian. Okay, hold on, Fruit. You said something. They got off the last train, tweaking. If you're gonna kill me, you better fuck me in the ass. That's dedication, baby. That's called dedication. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So when I was in Vancouver visiting some relatives, like my auntie, she married a Canadian guy who has like European background or like European heritage. And I was having dinner with them. Filipinos usually eat dinner or like usually eat with like forks and spoons. But in this case, I had to assimilate because the meal didn't really need spoons. Although spoons are much more superior than knives. Anyways, so I had to use like a fork and a knife. So this is my fork and this is my knife, right? And the in-laws knew I was Filipino, that I was American only by name. I didn't grow up in America, but I was adapting. And then they saw me like use my utensils, right? Like as a knife, cut meat, put it like that, eat in my mouth. Ta 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 ta. And then They literally did it like they're like, "Oh yeah, Deeps, huh? You eat like us?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, cause Americans use their fork, like shift their fork from their left hand to their right to pick up the food." And then as they were literally saying that, I was looking at them. I was like, "Oh, what's that? What did you say?" I literally switched, and in the mid, they were like, "Oh, never mind." And so while I was in Europe, because like the Canadian in-laws were explaining to me that in Europe, that's how like most European like people eat, is like apparently they don't switch hands. They don't switch the fork to the right hand to pick up the food. I do it like that. So while I was in Europe, I was like observing people. I was observing the way they eat. From my manager to our new intern to my manager's son and to my manager's son's girlfriend. I was observing them, man. They were doing that, like bam, bam. And then sometimes they'd even do like this. Like they would hold their like forks like this, which was like, I would say weird to me because I've never seen it done that way, where like they would poke it and then bam. Maybe that's how you should do it. I don't know. I'm Southeast Asian. We don't have these kinds of like utensil dining table etiquettes. But I was literally observing them. And in my desperate need to assimilate to the society that I'm just visiting, I really held myself back from transferring my my fork from my left hand to my right. But I guess I'm too American. I couldn't hold myself. So I just said, fuck it. I'm gonna be the dumb American. I don't know. I just know how to say Guten Tag, Dankeschön, and that's it. And I'm transferring every time I'm in the restaurant. I'm like, fucking, I really tried my best, but I couldn't. I had to shift it back, bam, into my mouth. Yeah, that's my weird tangent about food. I don't know. I have like this weird obsession with not necessarily fitting in, but not standing out. Like, I have this weird obsession that, like, when I'm in a foreign area, especially if I already look different, especially because I'm Filipino, I tried my best not to stand out socially, because you never know who's watching, right? You never know who's watching. I'm acting like I'm some sort of Soviet era spy. Some Cold War spy that I have to make sure I do the same etiquette as other people. I know people do like this, like you cut it, you poke your meat, and then you put everything else on the side. I find that really hard, by the way, because you know how like the fork is like curved down. I find it really hard for people to scoop and put food in between like the meat that they just poked and then the curved area here of the fork. I find that really hard. But that's also because I'm used to having a spoon. If you're from Southeast Asia, especially like the Philippines, or I think Vietnam and Thailand too, the spoon is like your knife. At this, like your spoon is like a spoon and a knife at the same time. It's like your multi-tool. But yeah, I know how to eat with knife and fork, but I much prefer to do it with a spoon because it's like what I'm used to. But it's also like, yeah, I guess it's just what I'm used to. I can never be a spy. I think that's the I think that's the lesson of it all. No matter how hard I try to pretend to be like James Bond, I can never be James Bond. I can never be him. Maybe it was just a generalization like my the Canadian in-laws made about Americans though. Because if you haven't seen it when you're where you live, Fruit, maybe it's not like a general American thing. Maybe it's like, I don't know, a California thing or something. I know it's okay. Here's the thing though. I know that like dining table etiquette in America versus Europe is highly dependent on the population that immigrated to America. Because apparently like dining room etiquette changed over time in Europe. So the people who immigrated to America were still using like the old method. That's why like some etiquette, like some like the uses of different spoons and forks, like the placement of things and how to use the utensils are like different. It's very elitist. Like to even police someone to be honest on how they use their like utensils, but you know, it is what it is. Well, I mean, they also don't they used to have like etiquette courses here in the states where like they teach you how to properly use like stuff. I cut the wrong piece. Fuck me. I was yapping too much. I cut the wrong piece. I'm back. I'm really back. I am. We are so back, chat. We are so back. 36 minutes of the stream, and I've literally just been yapping about like absolutely nothing. We are so back. You know, was I worried that I would lose my viewers because I was gone for so long? Yeah, I was worried, but I also came to realize, fuck it, we ball. So I appreciate you guys being here. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy having an office job. Honestly, I realize that when I'm streaming, when I'm yapping, even if it's just me talking most of the time, it uses up my social energies. And when I'm working in office, which is like every day for work, I have to interact with people and I have to be sociable. Bro, it drains me so much. Every time I come home, I'm just like, oh, I'm done. I like my coworkers, make no mistake. I like them a lot. But just like the energy to talk, me making jokes, it's imagine me, whatever we do in streaming, more PG, more HR friendly, a little less singing, but there's still some singing. That's what I do at work. And then I have to do physical stuff too, because I'm like walking around, helping people. Hey, you need some help from the deeps? So like, I kind of planned when I first started this job that like, because I live so close, I'd be like, okay, Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm gonna try to stream. Yeah. Fuck no, dude. I can't stream during like the middle of the week. I can't. I'm so sorry. I really like to be able to stream for you guys a lot more, but I'm just like so dead the whole time. Like legit. I do apologize because I do want to stream a lot more. I do want to stream a lot more because I feel like, you know, I really do like streaming. But because I have this incessant need to yap, never stop yapping in during my streams, it takes up a lot more energy than probably just like somebody who just like, you know, shuts the fuck up and you know, does the other streamer stuff. But yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm like so tired. You know, yeah. Oh, you know what I don't like about work though? Sometimes you're beefing with someone who's like twice your age. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, and also like, it's very, I don't know. There's some people who are just like mean for no reason, or like it's hard to deal with them personally. I don't know. Okay, so for the VFin, I'm not gonna cut the flag just because I think yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah. I don't know. You guys ever feel that sometimes? You guys ever feel that sometimes? It's like, ugh. It's like, it's never fun. Like, there's some people at work who are just like fucking assholes. Or you just don't get along with them, no matter how hard you try. Like, they're just like abrasive personalities. No, it wasn't. Not enough beer and schnitzel in my life is enough to sway me. Especially since the beer and schnitzel costs $30 to $40 altogether. Granted, veal schnitzel very expensive, but very good. Very expensive, but very good. Very good. German food's actually pretty decent. Like, it's actually pretty good. Very fatty though. At least like where I was. Also, there's a lot of like Turkish like doner places in Germany. Apparently, like there was like a influx of Turkish immigrants back in the day, and they have really good Turkish food. Like really good. All right. Wait. Hold on. Okay, hold on. No. It's expensive. Germany is expensive as hell. Okay, it's not okay. It's if I had like my American wages after tax in Germany, I think I'd be okay. But like if I was living in Germany and they adjusted my salary to be for German employees and then with the German tax, I broke as fuck, boy. Granted, I'm broke as fuck in America. Yeah, it's just a matter of where you want to be broke. It's just a matter of where you want to be broke. See, that's the key in life. You're always going to be some level of broke. It just matters where you want to be broke. Yeah, the taxpayer benefits in Germany are not that bad. Like for like, you know, like the public utilities and works aren't so bad. You know. Oh, you know what I don't like? They need like there's a lot of like account verification you need to do in Germany. Yeah, like age verification stuff in like for the place that literally has like tits and ass for sale on the street. You have to like age verify for like a lot of like social media stuff. Also, they allow, I don't know, like maybe there's a misconception, miscommunication. Maybe there's a little bit of a miscommunication between me and you know, language barriers, right? But it seemed like you're allowed to drink beer at 16 over there. I think you are. I think you are. It's like water for them. I was drinking beer at like 11 a.m. in Germany. People in Germany are have very good control of the English language. Of course, there are like, because it's not necessarily their first language, there are some things that they struggle with, but otherwise they're very, very good with, like, they have a very good control of the English language. All right, lightning buster head after what, 40 minutes? Let's pretend that didn't fall off my fingers. I'm gonna panel line. But hopefully, no long disappearances from the deeps. Okay, I'll stream at least once a week. I'm not even gonna overpromise because I know I'll under deliver. We're gonna at least stream once a week, y'all. That's the deeps promise. At least once a week, I will have a stream for y'all. Because I feel so bad. Also follow me on X, I guess. I don't know. I don't actually post on Twitter so much, huh? So I can't even say that. You know what I was really tempted to try in Germany? I'm not gonna lie. I saw a Chinese restaurant. I was like, I was super tempted. I was only there for like 4 nights. Like, realistically, 4 nights because I left Saturday morning. So I arrived like midday Tuesday, I think. Yeah, I arrived midday Tuesday and then left Friday night. Friday morning, like 6 a.m. I was so tempted. I was walking around, right? I was like so tempted, like, man, I kind of want to try the Chinese food. I was like, cause you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I could have like a schnitzel or like, I don't know, some sort of German glizzy or whatever. But man, that Chinese food place looking kind of busted right now. I didn't have any Chinese food. Next time I will. Next time I will have some Chinese food. Next time. And apparently they don't really like Oktoberfest. I mean, they do Oktoberfest in Germany, but at least like the people I met, they weren't really like enthused about the idea of Oktoberfest. Like I was like, yeah, we have Oktoberfest. It was like a reaction like that. I had to deliver some parts, some goods, some packages to Germany. That my company. So okay, the issue was, okay, here was the issue, right? So we had people from our company who were based in Germany visiting our American offices. And they were supposed to bring the spare parts with them when they went home. But they didn't want to. And then our supply chain analyst, the one who handles the supply chains and the inventory, was only informed of this during the weekend when she wasn't at work. So they couldn't ship it via traditional means. The parts, they couldn't ship it via traditional means in an expeditious time. Because we needed the parts by Wednesday. And if we were to ship it via like FedEx, DHL, UPS, there's a chance that it'll get stuck at customs and at latest get released and arrive to the Germany office on Friday. So my boss, my COO, was like, yo, Deeps, big favor, big dog. And then I think the worst part of it all was he asked me because he knows I don't do much. He's like, take one for the team, dog. He was like, yeah, I need you to bring these parts to Germany. That's my life. But you know what? It was a fully paid off trip though. It's fully expensed, so I'm okay. But okay, here's the thing. As long as it means that I won't get fired, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like, I will do anything to keep my my entry level job. The worst part is I make the least amount of money in my office, like from the office team. I make the least amount of money. I'm the brokest of the broke. And it even shocked some of my coworkers. Like, what do you mean? You should ask for more money. Like, you do a lot. I'm like, do I? do I do a lot? It's like, yeah, you help everybody a lot. You do your work, and it's like, oh, okay, nice. Maybe I will ask for more money. You know what's the worst part? The COO isn't even my direct boss. He's one of my bosses. My direct boss is the chief marketing officer who's in Germany. So I'm out here fighting for my life. And then the person that and then the person who makes it so that I can have a raise isn't even in the same building or country that I'm in. Fuck my life. Yeah, these got to me. The funniest part was like my CEO knows me and he was like, Deeps, what are you doing here? He saw me in Germany. He was like, Deeps, what are you doing here? And then my manager explained in German that I was here to deliver spare parts. And then my CEO was like, I love it. And then he just walked away. It's like shit. Fuck my life. Fuck my chud ass life. Uh, I hope I don't get fired. Anything to keep my job. Please. Shit, bro. I really hope this doesn't happen again, though. Because, like, honestly, my COO was so pissed about, like, why the people who were based in Germany, who were visiting the Texas office, didn't decide to bring the parts. Like, I would be so pissed, too, because, like, you guys were already here. Now we have to send this fuckhead deeps over to Germany and waste, like, what, 5,000, 6,000 American dollars on, like, plane boarding and accommodations. My hotel room was nice, though. And then the not room service, but the you know, like the snacks in the hotel bar, like the inside of your like room bar, it was paid for. Bro, I had like so many Kit Kats and like German snacks. Like they do snacks pretty well in Germany, actually. The chocolates are very good. Actually, hold on. Let me show you guys. I won't even switch to a BRB screen. I'll just leave the screen here. You guys can listen to some Joji while it's going on. Let me show you guys some of the chocolates that I got. I'm right here. I'm just getting the chocolates. I'm still here. I'm back. I'm right here. I'm back. Big back. So let me show you what I got from the hotel. So they had Kit Kats in the hotel, but they had like these peanuts that were pretty good. These ones here, the Erdnusslocken by Lorenz. And then this one's a little bit easier to pronounce. Knickknacks by Lorenz. I fuck with these heavy. These are pretty dope. And then big back. And then I got these Manor Vin wafers. My mom, who travels for work, got these for me before in the past. I really like these. They have like different flavors, but I just got the originals for now. The triple B big back budget. And then we got the knoppers. I also got the coconut flavored. Yeah, I've had this before. Because some of our German team members, whenever they visit, especially the engineering guys, they always bring these as like sign of goodwill. as a sign of goodwill. And then these are pretty common globally, but they were like €1, maybe €1.50. So like what, $2, $3? Stacks of these bad boys. Bam. It is even American flavored, baby. Salted caramel. Fuck yeah, papi. Ritter Sport. I don't know what's sporty about them. I feel like you can't do any sport. I feel like it's like cards. You can't do any sports after having these, but these are pretty dope. So those are like the selection. Hold on, let me just put them all on the table. So these are like the selections of like snacks that I got from Germany, from Deutschland. I actually bought more, but I gave them to like my people in the office as a sign of goodwill. I don't know. I feel like I have to buy, like, you know. I feel like I have to like beg for goodwill in the office. It's like, please don't hate me. Like, I feel like I'm well liked enough in the office, though. I feel like I'm well liked. Like the people who work in the office side, like the administration, like the desk workers like me, because we're all chill. Some people in production like me. We're pretty chill. But there's some people, man. There's some people, especially there's this one person who I have to work with very close, whose very abrasive personality is hard to get along with. So I do my best to try to get along with her, but she scares the shit out of everyone, including me, and it's hard to get along with her. Anyways, so these are the snacks I got from Deutschland during my visits, during my emergency visit. But yeah, I had more, but I gave it to my people in the office. This is my big back budget. I had like $60 per diem, like $60 expendable budget, no questions asked. But by the way, again, it's not enough. It's not enough. Hold on. One of the knappers fell on the floor. It's not enough. $60 is not enough for a per diem for food. Joggurt. Okay, let's continue the gunpla build, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Let me drink some Wawa first. But I'd love to go back. I'd love to go back to Germany. Again, on a more planned trip. Also, the city that I was in Germany, it wasn't very picturesque because it got bombed to hell in World War II. Like, my manager was like, yeah, you won't really see you won't really see much tourist sites here because the city was bombed to smithereens. So there wasn't much to see. I mean, there was a few things to see because it was a port city. But yeah. Oh, you know what I did try? I went to this place called like the Dungeons, where it's like this. How do I describe this? It's not like a horror house. It kind of is though, but it's like a semi-interactive, semi-historical, semi-horror house. It's called the Dungeons. That was pretty cool. And it kind of taught me like, oh, this is what happened to the city. There was a huge fire. There was looting. All that fun stuff. It's pretty cool. Hold on. Big back, big back. One thing I will say is... Hold on, give me a second here. Oh, okay, here's... okay, don't get mad at me. I don't know if this is the right term for it, but I'm kind of like a semi-social butterfly. No. So while I was in Germany, the 4 to 5 days that I was there, I was slowly, very slowly morphing the accent that I was using, even if I was talking in English. Like, okay, like the way I would say hello, it was becoming hello. Like, cause I would like change the tone of like. I would change the tone of my speaking voice to match how they speak English. I don't even know why. Maybe subconsciously in an attempt to make sure that they can understand me. Maybe that's it. But I would be like in a restaurant or like I was literally paying for these fucking Ritter Sports in the grocery store. Shout out to Coughlin or Kaufman grocery stores. Shout out to that grocery store. I was there, and then the cashier was like, I was like, hello, and then I was like, hello, and then she went on straight German, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, English. Ah, okay. And then because I bought a bag my prior visit, like like an eco bag, like a reusable bag, and then I was like, yeah, I bought the bag yesterday. So like I would change the way I talk. I don't know why. Is that offensive? Is that fucking offensive? I don't know, and I feel bad. But it seems to get the job done, especially when I was riding the Ubers. They would be like, hello, hello. I would not talk entirely at all. And no communication. The moment I arrived at my hotel or destination, I'm like, Dankeschön, Dankeschön. I would adapt their accent as close as I can. I feel bad because I'm like, is it offensive? Is it like inauthentic of me to do that? But then I just do it subconsciously. I don't think about it. I just do it. I'm like, I can't give you an example because it's like a reaction. You know what I mean? It's something that my body just does. Fuck my life, man. Dankeschön. Danke. Yeah. And then sometimes, like, I know eins, zwei, drei. I know 1, 2, 3. And then one time, I went to this restaurant, and then I assumed that the person was, like, saying table for one. And I was like, yeah, eins. And I was like, okay. And then I got it. And then when I sat down, she spoke full German, and I was like, oh, sorry, English. I was like, okay, yeah, no worries. And then she got the English menu. Oh, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I should just like, go full American though. You know what I mean? Like when, like, oh, what was it? I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I said like, how you doing, Cruz? I said like, I was ordering beer and I wanted the dark beer, and I figured out what the dark beer was, and I've never had a reference to how it was said, but I assumed that's how you pronounce it, and then they got it, and then they started speaking full German to me. I'm like, oh, sorry, no, just English, please. But I feel like I should just go full American, you know, like, can I get the dark beer or can I get the dark lager? You know, I feel like I should just commit to being an American, right? Instead of like being like a social butterfly and like adapting to the accents. But I can't help myself. I can't help myself. I really can't. Ah, my God. Because I like to fit in. I like to like not stand out. But in my efforts to not stand out, internally I stand out. I do think it is a Filipino thing of like, I had an auntie who was like, who had a Filipino accent whenever she spoke English, right? But she was a nurse in like the UK in some fucking far-flung town. When she came home after like what, less than a year in the UK, she started speaking with a fucking English accent whenever she spoke English, and I'm like, God damn, auntie. We were all like making fun of her because it's like, how the fuck you get an English accent in less than a year? And then here I am, less than 4 days in Germany, and I'm already using a German accent or an imitation of a German accent. You know, it's hard to be me. It really is. I don't live an easy life, guys. I don't. Mr. Worldwide, Mrs. 305. I don't, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy to be me. It really isn't. You could get, if you were me, you could get canceled anytime. No, I think it is a Filipino thing though, right? To be able to like absorb an accent and then just rock it. Like my coworkers, they always ask like, "Oh, were you always from Texas, or did you like live in a different state?" And I'm like, "No, I'm from the Philippines, dog." It's like, "What? Oh, okay." I even started like when I first moved to Texas, I never used y'all. But after some time, I got used to using y'all, and I'm like, yeah, how you doing, y'all? You guys probably hear it too. So if I move to a different state, I'll probably start losing the ability to use y'all. The yapping consistency stays the same though. The yaps, regardless of the accent, regardless of the language or the dialect, the yaps will remain the same. It will never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I can't even stop it if I wanted to. It just flows like a river. PhD in yaponomics. Bullshittery. One of these days, though, I think it's gonna get me in trouble. The accents, the switching of the accents. I do think it's gonna get me in trouble one of these days. But you know, it's helped me so far. It's helped me so far. Oh, you know what's the worst example of this? So I have one coworker who's from the UK. He travels back and forth from Germany to Texas, back and forth, right? Germany to Texas, back and forth. And then sometimes when I'm like talking to him, I feel myself using a British accent, like over certain words, and I have to stop myself because I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I have to stop I can't help myself. I have no personality. I have no individuality. That's the problem. I don't have an identity of my own. That's it. That's the truth. I hate to admit that's the fucking truth. That's the key. That's the major key, DJ Khaled. I have no personality of my own. It's been an hour and I've only built like the head. Are we? Is this a good pace, chat? Are we having a good pace? Is this a good pace for us? I don't know. Let me drink some water. Those peanuts are really good, by the way. those those peanuts are really good. I'm not like these fucking earned Nusslaken and knickknacks. They're really good. They're really good. They're really good. How are you guys doing? Sorry, I've been yapping a lot, huh? But you know, a lot of things may change. I may get older, but the yaps never stop. I feel like that's a sign of comfort for myself, for you, mostly for me, that while things change, some things never change. While some things change, some things stays the same. My never-ending yaps. There will come a time, right? There will come a time that maybe God will take away my ability to talk. But until then, we ain't stopping. Can't stop, won't stop, papi. Can't stop, won't stop. Someday, you know. Let me change to some Leon Thomas. Oh, okay. I don't even know why I'm gonna mention this. There's a new movie that I want to watch. I think it just came out. It's called The Mummy. Apparently, it's like a more. It's not Brendan Fraser's Mummy. It's like a horror version of The Mummy, and I saw the trailer. Looks pretty interesting. I might watch it, and when I do watch it, I'll have something else to yap about. But until then, it'll just be a teaser of me watching the movie. So basically, a nothing conversation for like that lasted what 5 seconds. Yeah, that's okay. Ever since I started this new job, I haven't been able to find time to watch a movie. Legit, because it's like okay. Day in my life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I use that time after work to go to the gym. I hop on the treadmill. I wear like this fucking bullshit ass weighted vest that makes me look like a shitty cop, and then I'm on a 12% incline, 3 miles an hour for 30 minutes. I'm dying like a pig, right? I do that for 4 days in a week, and on Friday, I go to the gym, and then I stream, right? That's the plan. Sometimes I don't stream on a Friday. Sometimes I'm dead tired because it's been a long day. It's been a long day at work. And then Saturday, I chill out. I do my errands. This is so boring. I clean my room, my house, my apartment. I do my laundry. I run the dishes. I fold my laundry. And then I stream. And then I try to catch up on sleep. On Sunday, I do more chores, more errands. I go to the gym. And then I stream for a little bit. So I have to make time to do the things I want to do, which is like watch movies and stuff. But I just can't find the time because I'm always tired at work. See, this is the problem with capitalism. Is that I have to use up all of my weekly energies to work because it's either I gym to stay healthy, to stay alive, or I don't gym, but I slowly kill myself biologically. Because I live a relatively unhealthy lifestyle if I don't work out. So what I'm trying to say is I haven't had time to watch a movie in the cinemas because of capitalism. Because I have other responsibilities too. But I will find time to watch the movie. I think that's like my monthly goal. Because I missed out on a few movies that I wanted to watch actually. One of them was Undertone, which was another horror movie about like this lady who's a podcaster who's like going through like some audio logs from her dead mom, and it's like some horror movie. I missed out on that last month, and I kind of don't want to miss out on The Mummy. I want to watch that and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, man, fucking capitalism causing me to like not watch my movies, you know. Also, to be honest, I need to finish our video games. Dude, I don't want to be tired in the movie. That's another fear of mine, is I'm going to become an old man who sleeps in the movie theaters. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to be that guy who falls asleep in a movie. Because I love going to the movies. Legit, like, actually, okay. Even this is the saddest part. I go to the movies alone. I go watch movies alone in the theater, and I love it. I used to be a little conscious about doing it, but like I've grown to really like it. I've grown. It sounds so antisocial. I've grown to actually really like watching movies alone. Elixir of life. Oh, maybe I should have like yeah, that's another thing. Maybe I should have the elixir of immortality in the movie theater, right? My whey, creatine, and instant coffee / black cold brew coffee mixed together before watching a movie. But yeah, I really do want to watch a movie soon. It's It's a bit. Capitalism is causing me to not watch my movies, unfortunately, in the theaters. Let me see here. So one thing I'm trying to figure out is that is this piece supposed to be like angled out or is it supposed to be flushed in? The instructions doesn't really tell you. Let's just keep it flush. So I'm gonna keep it flush like this. So the worry about it being flush that it has this piece here that stops it from extending that way, from rotating that way. So if we need to fix it, I did buy another new tool. Ooh, look at this. It's the Bandai Spirits official tools, baby. Part separator. Let's hope this actually helps. Let's hope this part splitter actually works. You know, Lego makes a really good part splitter. So if we ever need to use it, we have it. Oh, wait, hold on. There's some instructions. Oh, I forgot to show you guys in the very beginning. Oh my god, hold on. I'm getting old. Failed chopped and unk. Chopped and unk. Look at that. Oh. Oh, take a look at this. There's something called polycap squash prevention. It should be squish prevention, but I'm not gonna complain too much. Inserting the rod into PC parts when assembling prevents them from being squashed. Thanks, Bandai. Look at that. Got a little blade part here. You can like cut a motherfucker. I forgot to show you guys. In the very beginning of the stream, I usually do this. I do like a little collection backlog update. We do have a bit of an update. So, quick one. Zoids, Command Wolf, right? I forgot the name. Command Wolf, Irvin Special, yeah. And then one more. We have the Legend Gundam, baby. So I'm still debating what order we're going to do this, but this year these two kits will be made. So yeah, we have that. I'll show this next time. There's another thing I need to show you guys, but I'll show it next time. Yeah, there's another thing I need to show, but we'll do that next time. Oh my god, wait. Oh god. Shit. Hold on, my fingers. My fingers are weak. Shit, hold on. Oh, so in the office, we now have like a Spotify account that we can put like music from like into a playlist and it plays out loud, right? Basic rules of like work appropriate songs are there. And someone played that song that went like, I'm only human after all. Someone played that, like added that song to the playlist. And dog, the whole time I was just like holding myself back while typing from laughing because that is such like coworker music. I don't know why. And then one of my coworkers who sits next to me, he was like, this song is very different. and then I just broke down and laughed and I was like, yeah, it's coworker music, right? And he agreed. It was coworker music. Oh god. I am yapping way too much, huh? It's cause I haven't streamed in 3 weeks. You have to, we're not gonna get shit done this week, this stream. We're really not. We're not gonna get shit done this stream. But I hope you guys know that I'm back. I am fucking back, baby. Alright? And tomorrow we're gonna play Dispatch, right? We're gonna play Dispatch and we're gonna play Pokemon. right? We are gonna be so bad. I'm gonna like rip the band-aid off. Fuck if I'm getting tired, right? Fuck if I'm getting unk and chopped. Fuck it if I'm getting old. We're gonna be full bore, raw dog, no protection, back into this streaming shit, and after that I don't stream. But I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. It's like an I'm back. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Son of a bitch. As I was going off on a tirade about like I'm so back where nothing's gonna stop me, I'm gonna stream forever, my PC froze. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't, you can't make that shit up. I was literally going off. I was hardcore. Well, okay, so on the YouTube side of things, if the stream if the stream disconnects, which is what happens when like my PC crashes or freezes, it just loops perpetually. Yeah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. The moment I start going off on a tirade about like I'm back streaming, it's like I never left. Greatest of all time. Stream crashes, PC crashes, like complete disaster movie happens, and I don't know why. I really don't know why my PC crashes during streams. I don't know. Maybe I really don't know. Let me have like some sort of monitor up. Cause this hasn't happened in a while. I haven't also streamed in a while, but this hasn't happened in a while. This shit hasn't happened in a while. And also the last time I used my PC, I was playing Borderlands 3 with some buddies, or Borderlands 3 or 4, whatever. I was playing a video game with some buddies, and the PC never crashed. So I was like confident, like we should be okay. But it looks like there's something going on. Not sure if it's a whole overheating issue or whatever. But I think we're gonna be fine. Honestly, I hate to say this, but I might need to buy a new PC case that's a little bit more airflow friendly, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, should be fine. We should be fine. We should be fine, y'all. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep an eye out on things, and if we crash again, that's just God telling me to take a little bit of a breather. You know, not to get too excited. Not to get too excited. But you know, we're back. At least we got through 1 hour of streaming, right? Before shutdown. Before the man shut us down. All right. Maybe I should stop yapping. Maybe that's it. I talk too much. I had a good flow too. I don't know what the fuck I was saying or doing. I don't know. I was saying and doing things. Because okay, okay, so just a little bit of perspective. You know what? I'll just leave my PC case open. Yeah, I'll leave my PC case open for now. I do think I'll need. I don't know. Maybe we'll. Yeah, I don't know what could be happening CPU temps and load, they're like reasonable. Yeah. What can you do? What can you do? Yeah, I really don't know, because like GPU load is fine. Temps are reasonable. Like CPU to like and GPU temps right now, my god, 50 to like 65. Like we're doing okay. So I don't know why. Uh we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I'll never figure it out. I like to blame Windows, to be honest. But to be honest, this hasn't happened, or these kinds of issues don't happen last time. You know, this hasn't happened until like the recent Windows updates. I think it's okay for me to blame Windows, right? We can blame Windows. Micro slop. All this AI nonsense. Let me see. I'm gonna sand these, but I need to be careful. Oh my god, we're sanding for the first time this stream. I hope you guys also missed the scuffness, you know, of the Deeps show. It's very scuffed. But man, I wonder why though. I don't know. You guys doing okay though? You guys doing okay? I hope so. Let me think about this. How do I solve this? I like solving things with money. Just throw money at a problem. Truthfully though, that's how I solve a lot of things. You know? Completely honest. If I can throw money at a problem to solve it, I would, but I don't. Okay, here's another thing. Is it potentially... No, it can't be 2 cameras. The load of 2 cameras is too much for the PC. I don't know. It can't be. Okay, I'll be honest though, that the PC crash did throw off my momentum. Oh, I got tired. I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little tired. The fatigue hit me. It's like mask off. It's like, oh, I'm just tired. But it's okay. My goal is to at least finish the body. We should at least finish the body for today, right? Like at least I finished the head and the body today. At least. Or I could just throw money at the problem. Buy a new PC. Imagine if I just buy a new PC, I give up like it's high spec everything. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. Maybe I should. That's the best way to solve your problems with money. Now I'm being super anal, looking at like my temps, my my CPU, GPU load. Just like I can spot like a spike. I do have a sneaking suspicion though that it really is the temps. Like it gets too, like my PC gets too hot maybe at like some points. Maybe it's the case. Maybe it really is. Not enough air pushing. Maybe. 8:12. But we'll at least finish the body today before I call it quits. Don't worry. I just hope tomorrow we don't have crashes. Knock on wood. Yeah. I'm just like, everything seems okay. Yeah. I'll figure it out. The simple solution is just to keep my case open when I'm streaming. That's it. But it's so weird. I was playing video games with some buddies and it never crashed. Like we were playing for like 4 hours. Borderlands. Surely that should have fucked something up. You'd think that it would mess something up, but it didn't. And then streaming doesn't take up a lot of resources. I mean, certain resources, sure. Maybe the... let me think about that. Maybe... Maybe from a CPU standpoint. Because the other thing is, like, we're using a lot of CPU for streaming. And then, like, I got, like, shit added on. But here's the thing, right? Nothing in my PC has changed outside of the GPU. Like, from last year, when we never had these, like, issues. Nothing has changed but the GPU upgrade that we did. Legit. And last year we never got crashes. You know what? It could also be that it might be a temps thing. Like an overall system temps thing, like if I have it closed, like the PC case closed, the 3090 the 3090 might be producing too much heat overall to where like it heats up the air that the CPU needs, causing it to... We'll see how it goes. Bear with me. Bear with me. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Maybe like overall, there's a lot of CPU load when we're streaming from like OBS, the VTube studio, and all of that. And then since the CPU is running a lot more, and then the GPU is also running, the overall ambient air inside the case when it's closed gets really hot, that the CPU doesn't have enough like cool air to like help it through. Maybe. So maybe when I'm streaming, I have to keep the case open, or get a new case. Should I throw money at the problem? But it could also be Windows. It could also be Windows 11, which is highly possible. Micro slop, baby. Okay. No, but you know what? I think it might be the overall system temps. Yeah. Either I keep the case open, or shit, or get a new case and transfer everything. I'll go PCK shopping tonight after the stream. I mean, yeah, I could all. Yeah, I'll go PCK shopping. I'll take a look. Fuck. I mean, PC cases aren't so expensive though. At least I'm not buying components, right? Like if I'm buying components, a whole different story. Remind me, when we were playing Dispatch, were we having PC crashes? No, right? We've only had crashes when I was doing... Well, we've played... Okay. So there's no... So when we were playing Pokemon, no crashes. Because there's literally no load. There's literally no PC load. Like, only OBS was running. There was no GPU load. Effectively no GPU load. When we were playing Dispatch, did we ever experience crashes this year? I don't think so. And then when we played also, what was that fucking game? The Quarantine Zone game too. Yeah, you know what, Fruit? I'm also... Well, I will admit we haven't played a lot of games this year because like it's really just been like an uphill crawl for me this whole year for streaming. But we've played a few, right? We've played Dispatch. We've played... It was through the Switch. We played Pokemon Leaf Green. And then we played that like Quarantine Zone game, which is... It takes up some load, right? Especially the Quarantine Zone, because that had like graphical intensity compared to like Dispatch. So yeah, I don't... The other thing is... But the other thing is we have two camera system going on. No, 3 camera system going on for when we do the hand cams. But the 3 cameras only take effect when we do this. When we do this, there's 3 cameras going on. There's the VTuber cam, there's the overhand cam, and then there's the camera B. But regularly, it's usually just these 2. Just overhead and then the VTuber cam. So, I don't know. It's hard to diagnose. Because like, there's 3 things that have changed. Windows, my GPU, and then we've added another camera. It's so tempting to blame the GPU change for this. But I'm resisting. I'm resisting to blame the GPU because I don't want to blame the GPU. But it is still very possible that the GPU... No, but if we play video games, it has more graphical intensity. But maybe because there's more cameras when we do the hand cams, OBS takes up more CPU. So maybe it still goes back to... I don't know. It's just like nerd theory here. Yeah. Just buy a new PC case. That just might be the goal. Fucking nerd theory over here. Because the thing is, right, once you get into like trying to troubleshoot something, especially for the PC, it snowballs into like big problems. Like it doesn't really snowball into big problems, but you know what I mean. Like you add more problems, and sometimes you don't even fix the actual issue you were trying to fix earlier. Like you end up like having to fix 5 different things. The channel point cost for unlocking the emotes. So I only have like I think 6 emotes available for like followers, unfortunately. The rest it's like subscriber only. But I don't know if I can change the cost to unlock emotes. I'll have to check that in a bit after the stream. I have to check that after the stream. But if I can, I'll do it. Let me write that down. I'm gonna forget. Let me write that shit down. Change emote unlock cost. I'll look into it. No, I actually will look into it though, because I do want you guys to use the emotes as much as you can. To be honest, also, maybe I'll just change my fucking PC case. Fuck it. Fuck it. Maybe I'll just change my PC case. Or, if we don't experience any crashes if I keep it open, maybe I'll just keep it open. I'll just clean my PC more often on the inside. You know what I mean? I'll just clean the dust more often. Right? I don't know, man. Imagine if I just switched to like streaming on a laptop. Oh. Or I get it. Just throw money at the problem. I get like those old-timey streamers. You know how some streamers have a dual PC system to stream? That is intense. Up. I'm trying to find like a nub that... Oh, here it is. No, we need to throw out. the way this body, like the torso is built, is pretty special. I don't know. I've never seen this happening, but it's called the seed action system. It's the first time I've experienced this, so mind my ignorance. Also, the music is super helpful to know if I crash. Like when the music stops, I'm like, fuck. There's the crash. It is what it is though, fam. it really is though, like, especially if it's like mid song. Like Kelani earlier was like mid song, like literally like singing her heart out, and I'm like, ah, shit. There's so okay. Here's the thing: the sound alerts are working, but they're tied to the Chrome audio, which is very low. The Google Chrome audio is very low right now because we're listening to background music. So they do work, but just we're janking on the jank. We're jank on the jank of the jank. But don't worry, I can hear the booms. Actually, hold on. Let me try something. Let me try something real quick. Let me try something real quick. Oh shit. Oh. Hold on. Wait a minute. Damn, I have locks.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Ah, I understand. That's the problem. Shit. Okay, I understand. Okay. Okay. I know the problem why they don't work. We're gonna let me see if I can fix this. Let me see. I can at least fix one thing. We're gonna be okay. Let me see here. I understand now. The problem is the music. That's the problem. But we'll figure it. Hold on. I understand. Okay. Let me play the music and see how loud it would be. I see. Okay. Let me. Okay. Hold on. Let me cook, chat. Let me cook. Okay. Let me cook real quick. All right, because I think I figured it out. Right. And then. Oh. Okay. I need to change a few things. I'll need to change a few things because there's a few situations happening. Okay. I see now. I see the problem. Okay, so I'll look into this after the stream. So essentially, the problem isn't the Chrome audio because we can adjust that. So it's taking the output from the Chrome audio for the music, but that's not a problem. The problem is my designation for screen audio capture. Let's say everything that happens in the screen goes through both outputs. So that right now on Twitch and on YouTube, for the VOD audio track, I isolated the Chrome audio because it because it has copyrighted music, right? But the sound alerts come out as a screen audio. That's how I tagged it, the screen audio. But if we capture screen audio, it not only captures the sound alerts, but it also captures the music that's copyrighted. And in the VOD right now, is if we put the screen audio, it'll take both audio. So I need to at least separate Chrome audio and screen audio. One, somehow I'll need to separate it. Unfortunately, YouTube Music doesn't have an app. I think we could have solved this if YouTube Music had an app, but they don't, which is pretty fucking weird. In my opinion. Pretty fucking weird. I don't know why they don't have an app. But yeah, let me think about that. We probably won't have the sound alerts for the hand cams for a bit because I'll need to figure out how to go about that. Because at least for the sound alerts, I don't think there's a way to isolate it from my screen capture, at least an easy way to do it. Either we won't have music for the hand cam streams for the Twitch, or you guys will just hear like the copyrighted free music on when it's live, because the VOD will have the the non-copyrighted music. Yeah, let me think about that real smoothly. Yeah, let me think about that. Because in theory, how would I separate it? How would I separate the audio channels? Because if the sound alerts come as general audio, just like troubleshooting the stream, and I'm fucking up this piece. Holy shit! I'm not sending it correctly too. Fuck. Think deep, think. Because that was one thing that I also struggled with was Because the other thing is like, I'll need to review how the audio out separation is for the like the VOD track versus the stream track. Because the YouTube side of things, it receives the VOD track. Because I can't stream with the copyrighted music. Because it automatically saves the VOD. You know what I mean? Like there's no VOD track versus stream track for YouTube's stuff. Let me think about that. Yeah, I got a lot to think about. I got 3 topics to think about. Buying a PC case. Changing the channel points. Don't think I forgot. And then how do we separate the audio tracks? We won't be able to have like the sound alerts for the hand cam streams for a while, but hold on. They should work for every other stream. You know what I mean?
Surprise, motherfucker.
They should work for every other stream. Oh shit, Chris Brown's playing. Oh shit, I forgot. Chris Brown's playing. Yeah, so Chris Brown plays in the background. Shit, YouTube's gonna copyright me. Fuck, Chris Brown's gonna get me. Breezy, no. I saw you from across the room, and I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me wanna say oh. Fuck, Chris Breezy's gonna get me. I love to keep you here with me, oh baby. It's fine. I'm sure Chris Breezy wouldn't kill me, right? Speaking of getting that bread, if I do get some moolah, young money baby, fuck it, we're buying a new PC case expeditiously, immediately. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me wanna say oh. Like there's no pretension. I will immediately get a PC case, but I need to save money, chat, because I might go to Japan. Yeah. That's still a possibility. Yeah. So you know what? Maybe at the end of the day, I'm just gonna stream with my PC case open. It's gonna kill my parts, but I mean, it's not gonna kill my parts. It'll just need more maintenance, like cleaning. Ain't nothing wrong with dancing, baby. It's so romantic, baby. So many things I wanna tell you, and think that I should stop by saying. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the room, and I got your name proper. How I love to keep you here with me, oh baby. A regular fan next to the genius. That's fucking I'm not even joking when I say that's fucking genius. Cause I literally have a fucking like those Honeywell fucking fans, dude, that I could put on the corner of my room in like semi-directly blowing air. Yeah, bro, fucking dust and all the grime is gonna build, but motherfucker, that shit's gonna stay flowing. Poppin'. Alright, so we've only really built 2 things. I'm gonna panel line this, but yeah, window screen filter, that's not gonna do much though. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest, a window screen filter won't do much though. A window screen filter would be like as much help as a what would it be? As like a tennis racket or something. You know, I look at PC cases too. We'll see. Cause like I don't know. There's nothing. I really do think it's the ambient temperature. Cause right now the temperature of the CPU is like just between 50 to 65 Celsius. So, but then I have the case open right now. So I think when we have it closed, because I'm using the shitty NZXT ones, the H5 whatever, so there's not a lot of airflow, and because we're running a 3090, the ambient air, like there's a lot more heat coming out of that motherfucker. There's a lot more heat coming out of these one of like the 3090, so the ambient temperature within the PC with the 3090 compared to the 3060 Ti that was previously running is probably much higher, right? So the CPU has more like competition and less cool air. So that's probably what's going on. And then when the temperature is too hot, the CPU just freezes. We're making a lot of assumptions here, but I'm gonna buy a new PC case. I think that's the end of it all. Let's fucking go. All right, so today's stream is what I would say is our comeback stream. So this is where we're gonna end it for today, ladies and gents. We're gonna hop into camera B to display what we've built. As I said before, I was so rudely interrupted by the PC crashing. We are back. Honestly, I was in Germany for a while. I was busy at work, but I honestly want to say I haven't quit streaming just yet. All right. The Deeps is still around. I'm just figuring out my schedule and figuring out my energy levels, and to be honest, figuring out my PC. I might just buy a new PC case. But yeah, before my PC crashes, yeah, I really want to thank you guys for being a little patient with me on these things. I know I've been gone for like 3 weeks, but I will be back. It's like I never left at all. The yaps will continue. The shitty gameplays will continue, and the shitty hand cams will continue. The shitty slow hand cams and builds will continue. All right. So, with all that said, before I crash again, with all that said, thank you for dropping by, everybody who came by. Rather short stream for me today. You know, short comeback stream. Nothing so much. Nothing too special, but I will be back tomorrow. We're going to play Dispatch. We're going to finish Dispatch tomorrow. And then Sunday, we're going to play Pokemon Leaf Green, continue our little run around. And then next week, Friday, build. But yeah, let me get my house in order. Let me get my PC in order. And things will be a little bit more stable in the future. Hopefully. Crossing our fingers. Yeah, with all that said, thank you for dropping by, everybody who came by. To those over on YouTube, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. To those over on Twitch, I love you guys. Feel free to drop a follow if you haven't. And to everybody, please tell your friends about me. I promise the streams will be more stable, less crashes. And I'll see you guys next time. Crossing our fingers. All right, see you guys. Promise, no more surprise Euro trips that'll cause me to disappear for 2 weeks. Okay, bye everybody. See you tomorrow for some Dispatch. Bye. Bam.